I was wondering when that was going to happen. Anyway, by inserting the metal memory into the metal shaft, Double uses said shaft to create golden rings and unleash them upon the target. Okay, I heard of simplicity, but come on, really? Anyway, the next form is Luna Pudiga. Now, similar to Cyclone Joker and Heat Metal, Luna Pudiga. Still not sorry. Combined is which the Luna memory which is the best memory to use in conjunction with the Luna memory. Which, when using the trigger magnum, fires golden blue bolts that can curve and track targets, which makes this form the best at marksmanship. As a downside, the shots are slower than the other two trigger forms. Once again, this form is known as Trigger Full Burst. By inserting the trigger memory into the trigger magnum, Double fires multiple charged homing shots at the enemy. Now, this one actually has its own battle and anything, which is entitled Finger on the Trigger. Not gonna lie, that sounds pretty cool. Anywho, let's get into, well, what you could consider their super form. This is Feng Joker. Notice how I didn't say Joker in the over-exaggerated way. That's because there was initially a downside. But now, two things are different about this. One, this actually uses sort of a Gaia memory combined with a gadget memory, being known as Feng, which was initially designed to protect Philip. However, being secluded away in the basically the back door of the team's base, Feng really had no reason to really protect him because Philip was safe. However, after getting out into the world war, Feng realized, because his evil family was after him, yes, his family is evil, call the masses, he re-emerged, but Philip was scared. There's a reason for that. Two reasons. One, Philip's body is actually used for this transformation instead of Shotaro, with Shotaro's mind going into Philip's body, and Shotaro's body basically becoming the sack of potatoes. So, and the other reason, this form was originally uncontrollable, Philip going into a wild state. However, Shotaro used the connection that the two share. We actually did learn this around episode 5, episode 6, more or less, episode 3, that Shotaro, when he wears the double driver, can actually see into Philip's mind. And the Gaia library was technically was in flames. But Shotaro was able to calm him down, allowing Philip to fully get control over the Feng Joker I forgot to say their pre-battle catchphrase. Yeah, sorry, kind of slipped my mind. Their pre-battle catchphrase is, depending on your subs, is, now, count up your sins. Anyway, there was also another reason. There was also sort of another downside. Because Phil's body wasn't that close to fight, wasn't able to handle the strain of the transformation like Shotaro's is, unless they use the double memory break, or maximum dread, depending on how you want to pronounce it, Phil's body could only stay its Feng Joker for a few minutes. And there was... And Joker was the only one that could properly synchronize with the Feng memory. If they used any other memory until then, it was actually announced in a novel, the one that continues after Z, or Z. It was described that Feng would never stop rampaging. My best guess is that Philip would once again lose control, and it would be even harder for Shotaro to calm him down. Anyway, by pressing the horn/tail button that the Feng memory entails, he can actually create arm fangs/sabers. One being on his arm that acts like a blade. Another on his shoulder that acts like a bladed boomerang. Sorry guys. Sorry. Anyway, by pressing it 3 times, they can initiate their maximum drive, which is known as the Feng Schneizer, where he delivers a flying roundhouse kick with the maximum saber that basically creates a projection of the Feng memory that chomps down its opponent, then creates a giant energy-themed F. I am not kidding. Oh, Kamen Rider, how I love you. Well, that's besides the point. Anyway, there is another form using Feng, but that's more of a manga thing. Let's go into the 2's final form. That being Cyclone Joker Extreme! Cancel you. Anyway, let's get a good look at that image again. Again being called Cyclone Joker Extreme! Not sorry. Again! Anyway, in order to access this form, Shotaro and Philip use once again, use a combination between sort of a memory gadget and actual memory. The X-Touring, which actually combines with which is an adapter that, when placed above the Cyclone Joker memories, also, once again, actually do merge Philip and Shotaro's body into this new form. Which allows Philip to... Which actually does allow Philip to look up the Gaia Library anytime in battle. Now, I should go over a woman named Shroud. She was actually Philip's mother, who, after learning what her husband planned to do with him, tried to get him to escape. It went badly. As a result, she was permanently scarred, forcing her to wrap her face in a shroud of bandages. Get it? Yeah, unfortunately, she also saw her own son as a tool of revenge. And during their first encounter, she tried to persuade Philip that Shotaro was no good for him. Now, you can read... And later, the two's memories actually started to get out of sync. Philip, was still a little arrogant in himself, and thought that Shotaro's memories couldn't sync up with his soul memories, realizing that Philip may not be the problem. I have 2 personal theories. One, it's either that because of Philip's regained his own memories, again, his original memories again, basically, caused his soul memories to grow, and this could have just been the next step in their evolution to extreme, meaning Shotaro's body wasn't able to keep up. Second theory, and this one comes courtesy of Des Shinta, a reviewer who has reviewed everything from video games to toku to video game anime, sometimes toku anime. His theory, and I happen to agree with this, is that in their encounter, Philip was absorbed into the X-Taurine. Shroud could have used this to screw with Philip's, body to make it so that he and Shotaro aren't compatible anymore. But however, Philip did consider that instead of using Shotaro's body for the transformation, they suggest they go with the Feng Joker for their next battle. Which it turns out to be even worse, Philip then realizing he is the problem. However, after realizing he wouldn't have Shotaro was his true partner, their evolution into Extreme was complete. And I cannot describe the scene in its entirety. I suggest you guys go to the watch site Kiss Asian. I know it sounds weird, but they do have full subs, but they do have subs of Japanese series, of Asian series, including Kamen Rider. You can find the full episodes there. You can find the full sub episodes there, because the stuff leading up to the debut of Cyclone Joker Extreme is truly beautiful. But anyway, that's besides the point. They also gain a new sword. They also gain a new weapon. The Prism Breaker, which is a sword and shield combo weapon that is powered by the Sub-Prism. The Sub-Prism Gaia Memory. The Prism Sub-Gaia Memory. Also, those 4 slots allow them to use multiple memory breaks. And because there are so many, I'm not going to go over them. Anyway, their main finisher is the Double Extreme. After closing and then reopening said Extreme memory, they can create a large tornado that emits from said memory, carrying Double into the air and accelerating him towards his target. Now, the next form is a bit interesting. Cyclone Joker Gold Extreme! Now this form is created when there is a strong wind, and is the second evolved form of Cyclone Joker Extreme, which gives him wings and gives him the ability to fly. This form's finisher is Golden Extreme, which he performs a flying golden version of the Double Extreme kick. And that's pretty much it for Kamen Rider Double. Well, that rider anyway. I won't go into my thoughts on the series because we still got some riders to look over. So, join me next time when we look over the secondary rider, Kamen Rider Axel. And boy is he a doozy. But, what do you guys think? Want me to go over more Kamen Rider? Want me to go over the past other Heisei eras that came before W? Or Double? Let me know in the comments down below. Hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel. I don't update often, but when I do, hit that bell icon, you'll get all the latest updates. Well, that's all for now. This is Jack Killer saying, now, count up your sins. And see ya!